People told us marriage was hard work. And they weren't wrong about the beginning. Lord, the beginning was something, but somewhere around year 7 or 8, something shifted. Like a door that had been still all winter, suddenly swinging open easy. And every year after that, it just got easier. Every single year, right up until the year it ended. And then, Lord, and then year 1 we were stubborn as two mules in the same field, both too proud to say sorry and too young to know how to yield. We'd fight about nothing and make mountains out of dust, and make up in the kitchen over coffee and a crust. Year 2 I learned the way she needed quiet after hard days. Year 3 she learned my silences weren't always something wrong. By year 4 we'd stop keeping score of who said what to who. And somewhere in year 5 I looked across and thought, Lord, this is what I was made to do. They said it gets harder every year. They said the fire burns down low. They didn't know the woman I was loving. They didn't see the way that love can grow. Loving her got easy every year, like learning all the words to your favorite song. Loving her got easy every year, like finally understanding where you belong. Year 1 I loved her like I was trying to hold water. Year 20 I loved her like breathing without thought. Year 45 I loved her like the sunrise loves the morning, something so naturally couldn't be stopped. Loving her got easy every year, right up to the last one. Lord, it got so easy, I forgot it was supposed to be hard. I watched her become a mother, and Lord, that changed everything. She loved those children with a fierceness that redefined the word. I watched her bury both her parents and hold herself together while she held the rest of us from coming all apart. Year 15, the money disappeared, and so did easy living. She never flinched, she never blamed. She just rolled her sleeves up higher. Year 22, I lost myself in darkness for a season. And she sat outside that darkness every night and kept the fire. Every version of that woman that the years brought to my door was easier to love than the one that came before. They said the romance fades eventually. They said it settles into something plain. They never saw her laughing in our kitchen. They never saw the way she said my name. Loving her got easier every year, like learning all the words to your favorite song. Loving her got easier every year, like finally understanding where you belong. Year 1 I loved her like I was trying to hold water. Year 20 I loved her like breathing without thought. Year 45 I loved her like the sunrise loves the morning, something so natural it couldn't be stopped. Loving her got easier every year, right up to the last one. Lord, it got so easy, I forgot it was supposed to be hard. They say grief is just love with nowhere to go. Lord, I believe it now more than I ever believed anything, because the love didn't stop when she did. It just kept going, kept generating like an engine that nobody told to quit. Now it's got nowhere to land, nowhere to rest. I reach for it 20 times a day and catch nothing but air. Year 1 loving her was something I was learning. Year 45 loving her was as natural as my own heartbeat, and now I'm in year 46. Loving her is the easiest and hardest thing I've ever done simultaneously, 'cause she's gone. But the love didn't get the message. The love just kept getting easier. The love just kept on going. It's still going. Lord, it's still going. 46 years in, and I love her easier today than I did yesterday, and harder than I can bear. My grandson asked me recently, how do you know when it's the right one? I sat with that a good long while before I told him what I know. I said, son, when loving someone gets easier with every passing season, when knowing them deeper makes you love them even more, when the fights don't scare you and the hard times don't divide you, when you choose the same person every time you hit the door, that's how you know. That's exactly how you know. My grandson came back to me a year later, said he found her, said it was already getting easier. I told him, son, that's how you know. That's exactly how you know. And I went inside and sat in my chair and talked to her for a while, the way I do every evening. Told her about the boy, told her I thought she'd approve, told her I loved her, easy as breathing. Same as always, same as it'll be, till I see her again.